Bueno, vamos a seguir por donde lo hemos dejado. Y vamos a entrar a la mansión.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last.
Habla con Dawson, con los residentes. Vale, sobre. Según Elizabeth, no debería convertir en un vampiro. Entonces hubiera sido un tirano despiadado. Pero bueno, puedo salir de ser un ser inmortal como él. Pero no soy miembro del cuásculo. He curado a acatar la orden de la grima. No sé qué hacer. Yo lo quiero matar.
But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Oye, aquí me falta gente por conocer, ¿no? ¿No? ¿Los he encontrado? Ah, no, me falta uno. Vale. ¿Algo por aquí? No. Tenemos escalera arriba y esta puerta. ¿A dónde está Dawson? Puerta. Artículo de periódico. Ejecución de John Francis Sparrow, 21 años. Ha sido colgado esta mañana en la prisión de Pentonville. El señor Sparrow fue condenado a muerte tras haber sido declarado culpable del asesinato de su hermana, Alexander Sparrow. Hasta el final insistió en su inocencia. En ningún momento se aportaron pruebas formales ante el tribunal que indicaran la presencia del acusado en la escena del crimen, pero aún así fue condenado y ejecutado. Scotland Yard se opuso a la reapertura del caso a pesar de los muchos vacíos en la cadena de sucesos que desembocaron en la muerte de la señorita Sparrow. Charles R. Wright, detective de Scotland, responsable de la investigación, se negó a responder ninguna pregunta, pero hace 3 semanas fue degradado sin ninguna explicación oficial. Una forma muy curiosa de probar una investigación competente. Clayton Darby, del periodista de Whitechapel.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
O sea, es aquí, el de este. Selina. Es muy interesante. Que antes de tomar una decisión había que buscar todas las pistas. Esto va a estar cerrado. No sé qué hacer. De hecho, es que me falta un personaje por conocer. No, todavía no. Quiero un momento dar la vuelta. Quiero hablar con el este. Espérate, tengo todavía que... Vale. ¿Dónde está? A ver, Clarence es, ¿no? No, Char.
Is not the only hidden killer around here. Dr. Reid, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
¿Es cierto que lo degradaron de rango?
Is it true you were dropped in rank? Tell me about it.
Yes, it is. I made a terrible mistake. I deserved it. Sometimes I think I should have resigned.
So why are you still working here?
Because I'm a damn fine copper. I just don't want to have someone innocent hung again by mistake because of me.
Es una vergüenza.
The death penalty is a great shame.
I agree. I'm convinced all civilized nations should abolish the death penalty. Maybe after the war, once that bloodshed is over, the survivors will change that.
Ey. No creo en la pena de muerte. No creo en la pena de muerte.
Why do you think there shouldn't be a death penalty?
I believe no one should decide to take a man's life. Not a nation or a government.
Are you a pacifist, Inspector?
No, sir. But I believe in divine justice. Only God has the right to decide who will live and who must die.
Ok.
Goodbye, Detective.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Vamos a curar a Pericle. Ahora.
Good evening, Mr. Baker. Do you need my...
I'm afraid.
I don't want to appear tactless, but you're risking your health by remaining outside.
Says the doctor who also works outside at night, but as always the imprudent person enjoys the company of their fellows.
Otra cosa no sale.
No, lo tienes que compartir por direct. Punto.
Ya, por direct. Pero es que no, me sale crear enlace.
Pues crea enlace, yo qué sé.
¿Y qué hago? Si me
Yo
sale.
qué sé.
Goodbye, Mr.
A ver si va a salir a otro sitio, ¿no?
Fíjate, tío. Ahí. Siento que me falta algo por aquí, ¿eh? Claro. ¿Y esto? ¿Eh? Este me faltaba, ¿ves? ¿Este personaje quién es?
Perhaps London will survive the epidemic, but
¿Lo
I see
adivino o qué?
terrible trials awaiting in the future.
El crimen del conocimiento perdido. Los vampiros son peligrosos, letales, brutales a veces. Esto es un hecho innegable y eso es precisamente por lo que debemos comprender lo que son y a veces quiénes son, para poder alcanzar una mejor comprensión mutua. Recordar la entrevista de con Titus Flavius Josephus, llevada a cabo por uno de nosotros en 1548, cuando por fin encontró la criatura en España. ¿Recordáis cómo cada una de las exquisitamente elegidas palabras de este vampiro podían hacer latir nuestros corazones cada vez que las leíamos? ¿Cómo constituían esta extraordinaria ventana a un pasado que tan solo vislumbrábamos fugazmente? Bien, pues Titus Flavius Joseph ya no está. Los cazadores del Vaticano lo destruyeron hace 3 semanas y con él se han desvanecido tesoros valiosos de conocimiento sobre los pilares de nuestra civilización. Probablemente se trate de un crimen tan desgarrador como el asesinato de una vida inocente por un vampiro. Por eso precisamente el camino de la Guardia de Prima es tan criminal como estéril, pues por cada una de sus exitosas cacerías metódicas de los antiguos vampiros de Inglaterra, en lugar de aproximarse a ellos con cuidado y respeto, destruyen una parte de nuestras raíces comunes a los de los inmortales. Desaprovechan oportunidad tras oportunidad. El concepto de la gran cacería es un crimen, pues básicamente destruye palabras y pensamientos, bebiendo de la fuente del saber de Usertal, el primado de San Paul. A ver, chato.
Jonathan Reid, last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood.
Eso.
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Las cartas de póker. La que dijiste tú. Parece saber que muchos londinenses han sido recientemente asesinados. Oye, ¿tenemos el remedio? Ok.
Do you require medical attention?
If you don't mind.
You'll feel better after taking this.
Thank you very much. I feel better already.
¿Conoce la
Is
Usun?
there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Ey, la pista que me faltaba. Perteneció a la hermética orden de la aurora dorada hasta 1900. Háblame
What can you
sobre el
tell me
barrio.
about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Suave, vale. ¿Las cartas le hablaron de Mary?
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Adivine mi futuro, pues.
Read my fortune.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
¿Qué está haciendo
Tell me
aquí?
about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. For you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
¿Algunos creen que usted es un vampiro?
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Uf. Qué tentación. ¿Cuánto tiempo lleva como primado?
How long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time. Sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
¿Le importaría echarme las cartas?
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Tenemos.
Here is the money.
The mother, a suffering soul, ashamed of her silence, terrified to raise her voice, a son to be killed.
Esther es como una madre para Rufo. Se niega a condenar a su hijo mismo a la muerte denunciándolo. Esta era del collar.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
The
¿Algo
Iron
más?
Maiden, a woman, angry, fierce, a healer turning into a warrior. She's ready to arm herself and hunt you down if you push her too far.
Las pistas que me faltan, ¿no? Están dando las pistas. Hablamos de Córdoba. Más.
Can you read the card?
Put the money on the...
Here is the money.
Love. Pure and unseen. Untold. The two hearts love each other without knowing it. Without daring
De
to
Elizabeth,
admit it.
¿no?
Can you read the...
Put the money on the...
Here is the money.
The sorceress. A heart-shaped trap built to entangle a loved one. Mirrors on every wall to see her own reflection constantly.
Caro será asesinado a menudo por culpa de su torpe madre. Por su torpeza. O sea, es la madre la torpe, ¿no? Hostia, esto es muy interesante.
Can you read
Put the money...
Here
Es la
is the
última
money.
ya, ¿eh?
The snake. A bitter woman. Smiling as she pours poison in your cup. A shaming betrayal. Hate.
Oh. Está envenenando a su esposo. Hostia, tío. ¿Cómo puedo saber la zona que hay en mis manos?
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
Está bien.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
¿Cómo supo lo de Mary?
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Ay. Hombre, no era no, parte sin parte no. No merecía un destino así.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
Sobre la hermandad.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
¿Quién fundó la
Who
hermandad?
founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars.
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Sobre Priwen.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. They divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Tío, ¿dónde está? Otra vez
Can you
atrás.
read the
Put the money on
Here,
the hermit, an old man, a broken soul who has seen too much. The burden of guilt. This man will give up once the disease is defeated.
can you read the card?
Put the money.
Here,
Love. Pure and unseen. Untold. The two hearts love each other without knowing it. Without daring to admit it.
Esto no lo ha dicho ya.
goodbye,
Ya.
sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander. Yet it amuses me to converse with your kind.
Tengo que decir que me he gastado un pastón en echarme de aquí las cartas. 514. Vale. Entonces, de lo que he averiguado... Bueno, espérate, continúas por aquí, sí. Le doy la vuelta ahí. Cojo esto. Y llego al escondite y ya, vale. Bueno, lo que he averiguado de esta zona son sobre... Ahí no puedo entrar, por cierto. Sobre aquí. Sobre
Good
Carol.
evening, Miss Price.
You know you can.
Sobre la actitud de Carol.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
No me gusta esa contestación, ¿eh? ¿Le hace daño a Carol?
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy, then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Abusa de su hija.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patients.
See what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reid? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
Un tipo de desorden mental desconocido. Te puedo comer, ¿eh? Ten cuidado, ¿eh? Debemos hablar de su salud mental.
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy. Not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
También es una víctima.
I'm not judging you, Carolyn. I believe you're a victim too. I'm just trying to explain that you need medical help.
Psicología.
You will not separate me from my flesh and blood, Dr. Reid. We'd rather die.
Que no mola, tío, matarla.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Dr. Reid, I am glad.
It's locked.
Ya. Pero es que no sé por qué me da la paranoia que tengo que matarla, ¿eh?
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know...
Si la mato, ¿puedo ir al cuarto? Voy a liberarla hasta que hable con su hija. Por ahora. No sé, tío. Que para la madre de una hija es muy chungo, tío. Bueno. Vamos a entrar ya a la mansión. Y aquí está todo. Todo lo que tenemos que más o menos saber. No. Hostia, ¿dónde estaba ahora? Ah, vale, estaba creo que por otro lado. La oreja está abajo.
Que te crees que voy a jugar contigo. Mamarrachos. Mamarrachos de mi corazón. Mamarrachos
Hola,
de mi
con la
corazón,
hija.
con niño. Mamarrachuni. Oh, chico, buen niño que
Con lo que hemos averiguado. Vamos a ver.
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply call me Carol.
Ya. ¿Es cierto que suele hacerte daño a ti mismo?
Is it true you often hurt yourself?
Mamarrachos de mi
Yes, it's true.
corazón.
I try to be
Mamarrachos de
good,
mi
I really do.
corazón.
But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't
Mamarrachos
help
de mi
getting under my
corazón.
mother's feet. That's how I end up
Mamarrachos de mi
being pushed
corazón,
or cut or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with you. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
Oh, pero ¿tu madre es una amenaza?
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
Tu madre está muy enferma.
Your mother is terribly sick, Carol. She suffers from one of the most sadistic attitudes I've ever encountered, and tortures you with a twisted sense of love.
No, my mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
Incapaz de emanciparse de la influencia de su madre por el momento.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am sorry, I can't
Reid.
help you, sir.
I am.
Perhaps you should talk with someone else instead.
Que me da rollo, tío. Me da rollo. Vale, estoy dando la vuelta.
Le he dicho a la cara, me dice que lo va a hacer como le va a echar aloe vera.
Por ejemplo, pastillas que haya de mimosa, de jazmín. Por ejemplo, imagínate un ejemplo, una pastilla de jazmín mezclado con rosa mosqueta. Igual que los geles que hay de mezcla. Manteca de con algodón con leche. Cuando haya grasa.
Vámonos dentro. Venga.
¿La ducha?
Ya con lo que tenemos estamos.
Ahora me voy a duchar yo. Ten cuidado que no caigan perros en el lavabo. Ay, voy a ver.
Venga, vámonos. Estaba... Aquí.
Finally, you're here, Dr. Reid. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes, yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight, I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reid. Planned very carefully.
Podemos tomarnos unos minutos.
Sir, I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold. So cold.
O sea que se está muriendo. Sobrealimentarse de sangre.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reid, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own.
Claro, claro. Te crees que el dinero es todo. Eso puede convertirse en mi progenie.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
Sobre la guardia de Prive.
What do you know about the Guard of Prive?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Pues ya tener 4.000 por lo menos, no 2.000, pero bueno. Prosigamos.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reid. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London, I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Sobre el muro de cuarentena de Londres.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
¿Aislar los ricos de los pobres?
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
¿Crearía dos prisiones separadas?
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
¿Quién le ha otorgado el derecho a decidir?
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
¿Un muro para frenar la epidemia?
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
El lado correcto, ¿no? La infección podía
But
propagarse.
you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
¿Que hará una trampa gigante?
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
Ay. Ya he oído suficiente.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last. All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it.
Te voy a matar.
Such a long time.
Olvídese de su miedo a la muerte. Convertir, sacrificará. Lo convertirá en vampiro. Sea tan sea, acabaré con usted. Ay, ay, ay. Y cautivar. Olvídese de su miedo a la muerte. ¿Esto para qué coño es? ¿Qué consigues con eso? Lo siento, pero te voy a sentenciar.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of...
Exacto.
You, sir, are despicable.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal
Me da
with
pela.
Lord Redgrave. I'll finance
No hago caso a
whatever he
nadie.
wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
I would have lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate? Who gave you the authority?
Prepárate para morir. Nuevas víctimas disponibles. Primera llave. Segunda llave. Hay una tercera llave. ¿De qué? Claro que sufrirá, tío. Me la pela. No puedo pegarte. Vas a parar rico y pobre. Me cago en tu puta madre, hombre. Vale, dentro del agotamiento. Bah. Sexy, resfriado, mira, bueno. Bronquitis, neumonía, un tratamiento para cada uno, ¿no? Esto ni me había fijado. Cefalea, migraña y neuralgia. Bueno, pues ya está. ¿Qué más tenemos por aquí? Tanto para grasa, ¿vale? Ay, 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 ay. Aquí también estaría cerrado. Muestra de sábana concentrada líquida y concentrada. Espesa, líquida. Revitalizante y espesa. Líquida, vigorosa. Vigorosa, espesa. Me falta uno entonces. ¿Qué es lo que me he dejado sin abrir? Que estaba... subimos por aquí, por ejemplo. Tiene que ser otra caja fuerte. Aquí. Chelines. Bueno, mira, recuperamos tantas veces que no hemos echado las cartas. Estupendo, pues salimos de aquí. Salimos de aquí. Yo creo que esta vez no me he equivocado. Ahora, a Swansea no me lo quiero cargar. Eso está clarísimo, tío. Ahí te quedas, viejo. Codeína. ¿Dónde está la puerta aquí, tío? No. Aquí. Abajo. Abajo. Puerta. ¡Oh! Hostia, ¿se qué? Hostia, Hostia, mire, que tenemos que ir. El hijo puta está aquí, tío. Hostia, ¿qué hacemos ahora? La fuente de la vida, informa Lord Reid. Venga, chato. ¿Qué?
Is it done, Dr. Reid? Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
No ha sobrevivido el procedimiento. Le podemos decir la verdad, pero no se lo merece. No ha sobrevivido el procedimiento.
He didn't survive the procedure. He was too weak.
This is unacceptable, nevertheless. You were given the simplest task.
Well, get rid of me then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays, Lord Redgrave.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone.
Hostia, no había pensado en Elizabeth. No le hará nada, ¿no? Al que hierro mata, hierro muere. Habla con la vieja Bridget. Hostia, no había pensado en Elizabeth. Soy muy impulsiva, tío, pero es que tiene muy claro que lo quería matar. Le podría haber dicho la verdad. Mira que sí. Cómeme el coño, tío. Cómeme la polla. Ajá. Espera, me lo tiene que comer, tío. ¡Bah! ¿Sabes? Es así la cosa. Me lo tiene que comer. Un viejo decrépito. Bueno, me quedo con la curiosidad de qué pasa, pero bueno, tampoco lo puedo buscar por YouTube o lo que sea, a ver qué pasa si se convierte. Pero seguramente tendremos que matarlo de igual manera. Entonces, me mato ya, tío. Lo tenía claro, tío, cuando quería comer al viejo, tío. Lo tenía claro, es que lo tenía claro. Con Sihanto me equivoqué porque digo, bueno, que esté así, protegido. Pero veo que también me equivoqué. Entonces me lo tiene que haber cargado, porque después me lo tuve que cargar. Aquí la vieja brilla. A ver.
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
A ese también me lo voy a cargar también.
What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
¿Cómo la conoció?
How did you meet, Lady Ashby?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers, just as you did.
¿Las alcantarillas?
Lady Ashby in the sewers. Now that's a sight I wish I'd seen.
Yo creo que lo quiere, sí.
And that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Pues confío en ella más que... Y en la vieja esta también confío. Voy a digan las mujeres que pasaron las mujeres ya, tío. ¿Qué tipo de respuesta?
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
¿Nadie la ha visto?
Did anyone
¿Venir
see
aquí?
you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
¿Y
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
no olvidemos que también está escondida y ha venido por nosotros a advertirnos? O sea, que vieja Bridget es colega igual que Elizabeth. Dígame qué está pasando.
Lady Ashbury? You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We
Swansea.
spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Unas preguntas, un
Wait,
momento.
slow down. I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste, so be quick.
¿Cómo la encontró Elizabeth?
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
¿Por qué acudir a
Why did
ustedes?
she come to you?
Usted.
I am old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths. Truths I have kept hidden for so long.
¿Qué piensa de ella?
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with
Tristeza.
a deep sadness and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
No creo que sea ella la... No. No creo que sea Swansea tampoco, ¿no? Que nos salga con una jugada rara así maquiavélica. ¿Dónde está Lady
Where
Ashbury?
is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
¿Conoce a Lord Rigraff?
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average Skull, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well, and he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten.
Conte la verdad.
I simply
Vale.
told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
Vale, no hay tiempo que perder.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Que tenga cuidado. Dígale que esté preocupado. Dígale que la quiero. Dígale que estoy preocupado. Este parece que no. Este no me gusta. No creo que le pase nada, pero por si acaso hay una jugada rara del juego, tío, por lo menos lo tierno, ¿no? Dile que la quiero.
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Dirígete al hospital Pimbro. Momento para hacer un corte porque creo que me ha sonado la alarma antes, si no me equivoco, con Lord Rigraff. Sí. Y ahora sigo grabando un saludito y hasta ahora.